Lionel Messi wasn't expecting the doorbell to ring during a quiet Sunday morning at his Barcelona home, but the package he was about to hold would turn into one of the most unforgettable moments of his life. What came out of that package would bring the world football legend to tears within minutes. It was the first week after returning from Miami to Barcelona. Messi was having breakfast with his family in the garden when a delivery man came to their door. He had a small brown package in his hand with an Argentine postal stamp and a handwritten address on it. "For Senor Messi," said the delivery man, extending the package. Messi curiously took the package. When he looked at the sender's address, his heart raced. Rosario, Villa Fiorito, the neighborhood where he spent his childhood. But the name wasn't familiar. Maria Elena Gonzalez, 82 years old. Antonella approached and asked, "Who's it from?" "I don't know," Messi murmured, "but it's from Rosario, from our old neighborhood." But what he would find inside the package would prepare him for a surprise that would shake him deeply. When Messi started to open the package, his hands were trembling. The first thing that came out was a small old photograph, black and white, with worn edges. The photo showed a 6-7-year-old child barefoot, dribbling a ball in a patched football jersey. This is me," Messi whispered, his voice cracking. But there was a note written in blue ink on the back of the photo. "Pequeño Leo, 1990, you were our pride then, now you're world football's pride." Antonella looked in amazement. "Did you take this photo?" "No," said Messi, confused. "I've never seen this photo, but it's definitely me. I even remember that jersey." He hadn't seen the second surprise yet. The second item that came out of the package took Messi's breath away. It was a small, old football. Its white leather faded, its stitches loose. But he noticed there were names written on the ball. When he turned the ball, what he saw shocked him. All the children from the neighborhood had their names written on the ball: Carlos, Miguel, Diego, Alejandro, and in the center, in the biggest letters, Leo, Nuestra Estrella, our star. "This is our old ball," Messi whispered, his voice breaking. "All the kids in the neighborhood used to play with this ball. But how is it still intact? It's been 30 years. Antonella asked curiously, "So who is this Maria Elena? Why is she sending these to you?" But the real shock was hidden at the bottom of the package. When Messi reached his hand to the bottom of the package, he found another small envelope. When he opened the envelope, a letter written in shaky handwriting came out. "Querido Leo, I'm Maria Elena, your old neighbor from Villa Fiorito. Before you left for Barcelona, you lived on our street. You were very little. Maybe you don't remember me, but I always remembered you. Back then, you and your friends used to play with this ball. Every evening, I would take your photo because I knew you were special. Now I'm 82 years old and I'm sick. The doctors say I don't have much time left. But before I die, I wanted to give you back these memories. You went from being just our Leo to a world star. But for us, you're still that little boy who dreamed. Gracias por todo, mi niño." Maria Elena. Tears began to flow from Messi's eyes. Reading the letter, Messi began to cry quietly. Antonella touched his shoulder. "Amore, what happened?" "This woman," Messi began, his voice broken. "She remembers me. I don't remember her, but she kept my entire childhood safe." Their children, Tiago and Mateo, approached curiously. Tiago asked, "Papa, why are you crying?" Messi hugged his son. "Sometimes beautiful memories make you cry too, son. This woman kept every beautiful memory from when Daddy was little." But there was one more thing at the very bottom of the package, and it would completely break Messi down. The last item was a small metal box. When Messi opened the box, there was only one thing inside, a small golden medal. It read, "Mi primer gol," my first goal. Messi's heart stopped. This was the toy medal the neighbors had given him when he scored his first goal in the neighborhood. He thought he had lost it when he was 6 years old. "Impossible," he whispered. There was a small engraving on the back of the medal. "Leo Messi, 6 años, nunca olvides de donde vienes." Never forget where you come from. At that moment, Messi grabbed his phone. He started trying every way to call Argentina and find Maria Elena, but the information he found would upset him even more deeply. 2 days later, Messi managed to call Maria Elena. When the phone rang, a weak woman's voice answered, "Si? Senora Maria Elena, this is Leo, Lionel Messi." The woman remained silent, then began to speak, sobbing. "Mi niño, you called?" "Senora, I received the package. Thank you so much, but how did you keep all these things?" "Because I knew, Leo, you were a special child. I watched you every day. When your mother took you to Barcelona, I said, this child will belong to the world one day." Maria Elena continued, "I kept your belongings like treasure, because you were our hope." "I want to come visit you," Messi said. "Hi, Leo." The woman spoke, crying. "I'm very sick. Maybe we won't have time." That night, Messi couldn't sleep at all. His first task in the morning was to buy a ticket to Argentina. 3 days later, Messi set foot in Villa Fiorito for the first time in 30 years. The streets had changed, the houses were renovated, but that feeling, that childhood scent, was still there. When he arrived at Maria Elena's house, the elderly woman was waiting at the door. She was in a wheelchair, but there was a bright light in her eyes. "Mi niño," she said, touching Messi's face with trembling hands. Messi knelt down and kissed the woman's hand. "Gracias, señora. You gave me back my childhood." "You are our pride, Leo. You never changed." That day, Maria Elena showed Messi every corner of the neighborhood. The field where he played, the streets where he ran, the corners where he dreamed. "You always used to shoot at this wall," said Maria Elena, pointing to an old wall. "Now that wall is famous. They call it Leo Messi's wall." In the evening, when Messi was saying goodbye, Maria Elena gave him one last gift, a small old notebook. "What's this?" Messi asked. "Your diary. You used to write what you did every day. Today I scored 10 goals. Tomorrow I'll be like Maradona." When Messi opened the notebook and saw the lines written in his childhood handwriting, he started crying again. Returning from Argentina, Messi made a social media post. He shared Maria Elena's photo and wrote, "This woman gave me the most precious gift, my roots. Maria Elena, you are an angel. Thank you." The post got millions of likes within hours. The world began to get to know Maria Elena. A month later, Messi prepared a special surprise for Maria Elena. Messi made a video call to Maria Elena from Barcelona. But this time he wasn't alone. The entire PSG team was with him. "Senora Maria Elena," said Messi with a smile, "I have a surprise for you." All PSG players appeared on screen. Neymar, Mbappe, Ramos. They were all saying "Gracias, Maria Elena" in Spanish. The elderly woman was shocked. "Ay, Dios mío, esto es un sueño." My God, this is a dream. But Messi's real surprise was bigger. "Señora, we're going to establish a youth football academy in Villa Fiorito in your name. It will be the Maria Elena Academy." The woman was left speechless in tears. 2 weeks later, Maria Elena passed away peacefully in her sleep. But before she died, Messi wrote her one last letter. "Querida Señora, you didn't just remind me of my past, you reminded me of my future too. Because success starts with not forgetting where you came from. Without you, I wouldn't be Leo. Siempre en mi corazón, Leo." Thousands of people attended Maria Elena's funeral. Messi was there too, leaving a small Barcelona jersey on the coffin with the inscription, "Para mi ángel guardián," for my guardian angel. Today, the Maria Elena Academy in Villa Fiorito provides football education to thousands of children. There's a large sign at the entrance of the academy, "Maria Elena Gonzalez, guardian of memories, mother of dreams." And every student learns in their first lesson, success is never forgetting where you came from. If this story moved you, don't forget to hit that like button. Write in the comments which of your childhood memories is the most precious. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we continue to share heartwarming stories like this. Disclaimer: the story told in this video is completely fictional and prepared solely for entertainment purposes. Any resemblance to real people, events, or situations is purely coincidental and unintentional. This narrative is not intended to depict, reference, or reflect any real events, persons, or organizations. All characters and events are fictional and products of the author's imagination.